guys have been pretty locked in since halftime of the Colorado game, offensively and defensively, and this was kind of a continuation of that.
Yeah, I think our kids have done a really nice job. You know, we talked about in November, you have to practice well, and these guys have really practiced well. You got to pay attention to detail, and you have to have lower pad level than the teams you play, and I think our guys have really done that. So, proud of the effort that they put in all season long. You know, we navigated a few injuries early in the middle of the season, but came out of it. And for what they did today against that team, you know, that team had over 600 yards of offense last week against Stanford, so it was a challenge for our defense all week long. They had a great week of practice, and I thought our defense played outstanding tonight.
Last time Cal came for senior night was 2 years ago. Lost that game. It was kind of a tough mood after the game. But this, you win on senior night with so many guys going out. How big is that? How important is that to? I mean, you don't know who's coming out.
It's big to win any game, so it doesn't matter if it's senior night or junior night or freshman night or first guys coming around. You know, our kids want to play football and want to continue. And the cool part about it is we get one more opportunity this season. We don't know where we're going or who we're playing. But this group doesn't have to break up, so this really wasn't a finality to anything. This was we went out and played against a really good team, and I thought our team executed really well tonight.
Dorian seems to be in a really good rhythm right now, all the way around.
Mm-hmm. He's played really well all year long. You know, he got banged up a little bit in the middle. You know, probably he shouldn't have played, but that's how tough a kid he is. You know, he gives you everything he's got. And he's a special young man, and people get on him, and I don't know why they get on him, because that kid's a really, really good quarterback, and he's a better person. And I'm so happy that he's playing the way he's playing right now.
All the senior night festivities before the game, can you just walk us through how that felt, kind of saying goodbye to some of those guys, if not just congratulating them?
And we talked about it last night, like it's something to do for the fans, but it's not for our players, so I'm not saying goodbye to anybody. We're practicing this week, so we got another 3-4 weeks with them, so I told our guys, don't get too emotional, you know, because it's really not senior night. You know, the last game we play will be in our bowl game, and then that'll be an emotional time because of the connection with this team. But it was good for our fans, and our fans have been awesome with these guys, and they get a chance to see them off. Hopefully, our fans will go to the bowl game and get a chance to see them again. But it's a little bit different feeling when you got another game left.
You can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think you went on a radio interview this week and said you'd like to have an extension here. Are you hoping that that's the case? Are you hoping to meet with Martin and get that ironed out?
I didn't go on any radio shows.
I apologize.
So you were wrong, Ben.
Okay, I was wrong.
Okay.
Would you like an extension? Would you like to?
Yeah, I need to discuss my contract with you. So I'm good. I've always been good. So I have an agent. He takes care of things, and that's the way it works. So what's your contract?
It's indefinite, but I have been.
Oh, do you do?
I have been there for 22 years.
Do you have an agent?
I feel confident. No, I don't.
You should. We could market you a lot better. I know
I
some guys I could hook you up.
I do have a book though. It's a
Do you have a book?
UCLA book, yeah.
Is it? Do you get all the rights, or did someone take it from you?
The publisher has the rights.
So
You're chapter 100, by the way.
I would say that maybe we should get you an agent, and you could have got more money from the publisher. We can talk about that afterwards. We can do a sidebar.
Yeah, Britton Brown was unable to play or didn't play, unavailable, I guess you would say.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Did he come down to a game time decision? I know he didn't play last week. What was his?
He's close, but we're not going to put a kid in harm's way. And he was chomping at the bit. I know he probably wanted to play, but it was probably the right decision. And we got through it without him. You know, and I think he's really close, and I think we'll be able to see him in the bowl game. Our fans will be able to see him in the bowl game and send Britton out the right way.
Coach, what led to some of just how dominating of a second half that you put on the field, and any kind of
Well, we came out of the
adjustments?
locker room 30 seconds earlier than we've ever come out before. That was a really big deal for us because we felt like when we come out of the locker room early, and we clocked it, so we have a stopwatch on it when we're in the locker room now to how we get out on the field early. That's a big deal for us. But this team has been really good in the second half. You know, we played Colorado. We were here a couple weeks ago, played Colorado, and we were down 20-7. And scored 37 straight points in the second half, you know, and I think a lot of it has to do with our conditioning. I'll give a tip of the cap to KB and what he does with our guys and how he trains our guys, but a lot of it goes to our players, you know, how much they invest in what they put in their bodies, and what I mean by that is the nutrition program that we have at school, how they hydrate and how they worry about, you know, what their performance is gonna be like. You know, it's kind of high tech with some of the stuff we do, but these guys have eaten it up, and it's really shown. And I'll give, I think the credit goes to our players because they've invested totally in everything that we're doing here, and it shows. You know, our second halves have been really, really good. But there's not a lot of yelling, there's not a lot of screaming. It's really just a very analytical, hey, we gotta do this, they did this, let's make a counter to this, if this is what they gotta do. The adjustments are very simple. We're on a clock, actually on a clock. And so what time do we meet as a coaching staff? What time do we get with our players? And basically we touch our toes and go out and play the second half.
Greg had that touchdown catch. Not really a play that most tight ends in the country could make. Can you just talk about how special he is as a pass catcher for someone at his position?
I think the thing that's unique about Greg is he still has those wide receiver qualities that he came in with. You know, he can stretch people vertically. You know, there are some other tight ends that maybe are in the box guys and can control the middle of the field, but he can really stretch you on the outside of the field. And it's a quality that, you know, we tried to get him isolated. One time they interfered with him. You know, he was running away from the DB. The DB just had to tackle him. You know, I think that's how they're thought to get him down. But, you know, to make that catch, keep his toe in bounds, is what we've seen from Greg all along. He's just, he's really talented. And the cool part of Greg is in our big games, he's come up. You know, you think about the performance he had against LSU, you think about the performance he had last week, and, you know, what he did tonight. I'm just really, really, really happy for Greg because he puts in so much work. And, but the cool part about football is you get out of it what you put into it, and he's getting out of it what he puts into it. So.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.